Greetings HootSuite users, my name is Luis Oscar Maimi, and in this video I'm going to be explaining how you can cancel a message that you schedule in HootSuite without the need of deleting it. So let's start. After you schedule the message in HootSuite like I did here, and I want to cancel a message, there isn't a functionality here in HootSuite that allows you to do that directly, unless you go to the right side of each message and click the X, which is to delete it. Although there isn't anything in the dashboard that allows you to cancel the message, there are two workarounds that you can use that will prevent you from losing and deleting the messages that you already scheduled. So let's start with the first workaround, which is simply moving the scheduled message to another date, at least a month or even a year ahead. For example, let's suppose that the first two messages that will go on August 20th, these two messages, I don't want them to send them at that day and at that time, but I don't want to delete them. So what I need to do is go to the right side here, and I'm going to click in the first message. I'm going to click the edit pencil icon, and I'm going to change the day to a little bit far. I'm going to go very far, and I'm going to change this message to the 1st of January of 2015, and I'm going to click Save Changes. I'm going to do the same thing to the second message. I will click Edit, and I will change this to January 1st, and I'm going to click Save Changes. With this way, the messages will go to the bottom of the list. If you are in list view, let me scroll down. You will see the messages here on January 1st, 2015. And this is very useful because those messages that you don't want to schedule are easier to find because they are at the bottom, and it will be easy to reschedule them to another date by just simply following the same principle as before, clicking edit and changing the date and the time. Okay, that was the first workaround. The second workaround is using the export option from the publisher, Google Spreadsheets, and the Bulk Scheduler. To do this workaround, the first thing that you need to do is select the messages that you want to cancel and reschedule for another day. Let's say that I want to cancel the messages that will go on Friday and on Saturday, these 6 messages. So what I will need to do is select those 6 messages by clicking the checkbox here. I'm going to click the 6 checkbox by left clicking them individually, and after I select those messages, I'm going to go to this option here which says export to, and I'm going to click export to CSV month, date, year, this first option. After I left click it, it will download to my computer. Before going to the next step, make sure that you delete these 6 messages by clicking the trash can here, which deletes the message. After you click the trash can, this message will appear telling you if you are sure you want to delete the messages. You just click OK. The reason why we delete those messages is because if you don't, they will be scheduled for that day. And you don't need to worry because those messages we just deleted are on the CSV file we downloaded earlier. So after you download the CSV file and delete the messages that you don't need, you're going to go to the Google Spreadsheet. And once you're here, you're going to import the CSV file that you downloaded from HootSuite by clicking File, Import, and once in Import, I'm going to click here in Upload, and I'm going to drag the messages that I downloaded from HootSuite. And after I upload the CSV, this window will appear. In this case, I'm going to click Replace Current Sheet, and in Separator Character, I'm going to leave it in Detect automatically. Once I select those two options, I'm going to click Import, and the messages that I selected in HootSuite will appear here. Now that I imported the message, I need to format this file according to the HootSuite Bulk Scheduler options. So to do that, I need to delete these 3 columns, this column C, D, and E. What this column means is the social network that the message was sent, the social account, and the person who sent it. So these 3 things are important, and I don't want to forget which social network with these messages will go to. So to prevent losing that data, I'm going to rename the file by going here, left clicking the name, and I'm going to change the message to, and I'm going to click OK. And once I change that, I know those messages are for the Don Pepe Twitter account. So after I make those changes, I can be sure to delete these 3 columns by selecting the 3 of them at the same time, clicking right click and delete columns C and E. And once you do that, the CSV file is correctly formatted for you to upload to HootSuite. Let's suppose that I want to send these messages to another day and another time. To make that change, I need to click the columns of the days and change it accordingly to what I need. For example, let's say that I don't want to send this message on August. I want to send it on September 2nd at 8 p.m. What I need to do is click enter in this first column, and I'm going to change 849. 9 will be September, and 22 to 2. And the time I want it at 8 p.m. So since the bolt scheduler used the 24-hour format, I'm going to change it to 20, which is 8 p.m. And once I make the changes, I click enter. Doing another example, let's say that I want the second message to be sent on November. I'm going to click enter, and I'm going to change 8, which is the month, to 11, and I'm going to change 22, which is the day, to 5. This will mean November 5, 2014, and I want to send this at 7 a.m. I just change the 2 for the 7 and click enter. So the first message will be sent on the 2nd of September, and the second message will be sent on the 5th of November. After we continue, I'm going to make some changes to the rest of the messages before going to the next step. After I make the change, I'm going to go to File, Download As, and comma separated values, and that will download the message to my computer. Now we need to go back to the HootSuite dashboard to the publisher, which is this one, and you're going to click the option bulk message upload. And once we are here, we're going to upload the CSV file we edited in the Google spreadsheet, which will be this one. And I'm going to click open, and after that I'm going to select the social network that I want, and the date format will be the first one. After I upload the CSV, upload the Twitter, select the social network, I'm going to click submit, and it will say successfully scheduled 6 messages. I'm going to click close, and after that I'm going to refresh this page, and as you can see, the messages will be scheduled here on September 2nd, September 22, 23, and the one in November. This second workaround that I explained is very useful if you are working with a lot of messages at the same time. If on the other hand you have a few messages, it's better to use the first workaround because it's a lot faster. This was Resource Scanner by me, and if you have any questions, you can contact me anytime in my Twitter account at HootLuis, or leave a message below. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel to receive more advanced video tutorials of HootSuite.